Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another episode of Capital Conflict. We're fucking shit. Poch out. Get Poch out rolling in the comment section as well. And it's good to be back. It is good to be back with the Mandem. It has been a minute. It's a shame that in that time we still have yet to win an away game. And we've now got battered by Everton. Now is Everton. Now a team with a 10-point deduction is 6 points behind us. Trust the process. Trust the project. 4 league wins in December. We got a fuck ton of briefings that dropped in the last couple of hours. Allegedly, we're looking for a goalkeeper. I don't believe in that bullshit, to save my life. Like, we just bought 3 goalkeepers in the space of 12 months, and we're meant to be looking for a 4th. Okay. Some sources have expressed satisfaction with Pochettino's early impact and believe he commands the respect to the dressing room. Sure. Whatever. Meanwhile, there's also other sources saying the feeling of all people at Chelsea is that this situation is not acceptable. Internally, discussions will take place on solutions, but they trust in Pochettino regardless. Either way, if this brother does not get 3 points against Sheffield United, he needs to be sacked that night. This shit is fucking ridiculous. We could have had points in at least 5 games this season, and if we had 5 extra wins on the board, we would be 4th. Everything is being overanalyzed at this football club because things aren't being done correctly on the pitch, and they're not being done correctly on the pitch because of this idiot in charge. He's literally holding this club back. He is a cancer. He is a virus, and I need him gone immediately. But in spite of all that rant, it is good to be back on the channel. Big up to everybody that's locked in. Subscribe to Northside and Henry Wright. Link is in the title. Everybody sub over there immediately. And big up, people. Northside. Oh, what are you saying, my guy? What are you saying, bro?
I'm in the trenches with you, bro. The only one that's happy today is Henry. Look at his face. He's so happy. Look at him.
Honestly, I can't wait. I just can't wait for this. We might have won our first game in 5, but I can't wait for this. It's been a good evening. It's been a great evening.
He's already starting. He's already starting.
I mean, you lost 4-1 to Newcastle, Lewis, and we slapped them. Yeah. That should have been 8 or 9.
Well, your game or Newcastle, both games probably both games.
Our Arsenal didn't score in that Villa game. I don't know, by the way. Ghost of God happened once again. And
no, that whole attack was just ghosting.
The reason this smile is on so much is because
big up Henry as well, bro.
We're 3 points further than you, which means now it's even harder for you to do that, to come back and
you man were winless in 5, and all we could get was 4 points.
That's
4
calm.
points.
That's calm. We're still clear of you, and you got to do a 1-chip challenge.
Yeah, bro, I'm coming to terms with it already. In it, like that, it's my fault. The fact I even took that bet with us being 10 points behind you, I deserve it.
No, it's proper Chelsea.
It's proper Chelsea. Whatever, I'm taking this fucking 1-chip challenge.
It's like our fans saying we've got
Pochettino, you virus, you piece of shit. You had enough games to catch up. And what does he do? He drops our 2 highest goal scorers in a must-win game away at Everton. Gallagher in the pivot again, and Enzo in the 10.
He did this with Spurs a lot. He has his favourite players, and not with Spurs. Sorry, he did this with PSG. Has his favourite players. And that's it. He threw Mbappe under the bus. He took Neymar out of the 11. How are you taking Neymar and Mbappe out of a PSG team when they're the 2 best players in the league? But yeah, I mean, you lot are finished. And we haven't seen just not one. We've seen 2 Unai Emery masterclasses in the same week. I mean, how great is that to see?
Yeah, big up to Emery, big up to Villa and all of that. They restored some of my sanity because Arsenal are second. That's having Arsenal plus 12 is just awful. But we'll take it. We'll take it. I guess we can start on the Arsenal game because I don't want to talk about my shit football.
Why are we starting with me though? Like, why are we starting with me, bro?
Higher up, we start at the top of the table and just go down, innit?
Yeah, we start with the Arsenal game because there's a lot of talking points. Kai Havertz is probably the best player for Arsenal.
Well, he's your player of the month now. Officially announced by Arsenal. I'll bring that up on the screen. One sec.
You can't be serious.
Yeah,
a goal against Luton. Hang on. This can't be legit.
Wait. I'll find it. Just give me. Yeah, here it is. Here it is.
What is it? Waka. 60 million down the drain. Richarlison scores again.
Introducing our player of the month for November, Kai Havertz. Man fully said player of the month, you know. Tell you what, has it been a turnaround from him? Because he was your best player in the Villa match. A part of me thinks that says a lot more about the other players in the squad. But could it be a case of he's been the most improved player of the month? Bro, I don't know. I'm trying to play devil's advocate. I think he's a piece of shit.
If you've got a Corsa, I got a Clio, and Henry's got a Peugeot 206. Does that make it that because you've got a Corsa, you got a Ferrari? No, it just means that you got the best car out of the bad bunch. That's what he did against flipping Aston Villa. He was the best out of a bad bunch. That filo da puta is trash, bro. I still believe that filo da puta is trash. And one game, I'm not hearing none of that. It's the same fan base that were twerking, shaking their bum like it's TikTok, shaking their bum, telling me, oh, apologize to Eddie in Kenya. Where was that filo da puta when he came on, bro? Looking like a high top B-Tech Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the filo da puta. Didn't score nothing. What's man talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm not hearing it. Then we got the flipping Brazilian Fredo up front in Jesus that can't score nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? No, don't cansar dessa merda, bro. No, I don't want to talk about my club. No, I'm just.
It's a funky Monday, isn't it? It's a funky Monday.
No, bro. No, I'm done, bro. Because we're not gonna win nothing. Like, what? At the end of the day, what are we gonna win, bro? Like everything. Bro, I've just had enough, bro. I seen the guy saying, VAR.
That was insane, by the way. Like, yet another game you're blaming VAR when your attack does nothing in an away game. One of the things I noticed with you guys is, quietly, your away form hasn't really been that convincing. Like, I took a look at some of your away games, and going by, like, obviously Villa, there's the 1-0 loss. Luton, yeah, you did win in the last minute. Yeah, Newcastle as well. The Luton one was insane copium. You conceded 3 goals to Luton. Like, it should never have got to that point in the first place. Brentford, 1-0, last-minute winner from Havertz. Newcastle, not good enough. Chelsea, like, we literally just gave you 2 goals for the fun of it at the end of it. That shit still pisses me off. But Bournemouth and maybe Crystal Palace, I don't really think you've had a convincing...
They played with 10 men for the last 35 minutes.
Who, Palace?
No, Arsenal Tomiyasu got sent off, didn't he?
Oh, even then.
Everything going on at my football club, yeah? There was warning signs years ago. When did we replace Aubameyang? Because Jesus is an upgrade of Lacazette. So we didn't replace Aubameyang because Aubameyang used to be our top goal scorer. One season, shared the golden boot with Harry Kane. We never replaced a focal point, first of all. Saka, we already knew that he's getting burnt out season after season. Towards the end of the season, gets burnt out. This season, Saka's not been the same Saka that we've seen last season. This game, he was trash. We already knew that we needed rotation on that side. Still, this manager doesn't go out there and does what needs to be done. Odegaard, we saw last season. Big games where we're losing a midfield battle, games where it's very physical. We saw that already this season. We saw it seasons before. When we lost to West Ham this season, where was Odegaard? Oh, yeah, can't win the midfield battle. When we lost to Newcastle, oh yeah, another physical game that we're getting pressed. Can't win the midfield battle. Why have we not upgraded on Odegaard? How is it that Zinchenko and Tomiyasu is the best creators at Arsenal and both of them are fullbacks? Arsenal fans have gotten to Trent Alexander-Arnold before about Liverpool. Oh, it's easy to nullify them because you only got one creator. It's the same with us. Our midfield ain't creating enough. And some people are going to say, oh, but you created loads of chances. Oh, Aston Villa wasn't good enough. In terms of total shots, they matched us while we had more possession. In terms of shots on target, they near enough matched us. And this is an Aston Villa that put half the performance they put in against Man City. So what's going on? What's going on here? How come Rice gives us the worst performance I've seen so far from Rice? And I ain't going to get onto Rice because Rice has been one of the shining lights this season trying to hold us together. Why are we not bringing on El Nene? This manager re-signed El Nene to a new contract. Use him then. Use him, filu da puta. Why is Reece Nelson only coming on after what? Injury time.
Why did Emery make 4 subs before Arteta made 1?
That was crazy.
70 minutes.
They need at least more attacking reinforcements. The guys you had on the pitch weren't doing anything. Havertz was actually making chances in that game. Just Jesus fluffing his lines, Odegaard fluffing his lines. I saw so many missed kicks from Saka. Martinelli was literally crossing to nobody. Like, he ain't been it this season for you guys.
Martinelli, another one. But are we allowed to say anything? Or is he one of the favourites? We're not allowed to say anything. What's he doing? What's he doing, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? But bro, all of these things that I've been talking about, I've been saying, people, oh, but we played better. Bro, football's about scoring goals. Goals win you games, not possession. Not playing little pretty triangles, bro. We're not in year 3. You know what I'm saying? Man trying to cut shapes. Oh, we play beautiful little triangle. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. This isn't a breakdancing competition. Put the ball in the back of the net. The reason we played expansive football last season is because we had no focal point. So what do you do when you have focal point? You create a system where you make high volume of chances because you don't have a gunman and you spread the goals around. But there were always going to be games where, just like against Aston Villa, 2 banks of 4, and we're going to struggle to break them down. What's the answer? Nketiah off the bench. Reece Nelson off the bench. Trossard, another filo da puta that's looking like Uncle Finster. Bro, I'm sick and tired of filo da puta. Every time he's coming on the pitch, he's looking like Adam's family, the uncle from Adam's family. Bags under his eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? This guy needs some contouring. He needs to do something. He looks like he's finished, bro. He looked like he's gone to Shagaloof and literally just got back today. Do you know what I'm saying? What is going on? Where's the energy? Where's the performance, bro? So
I just see him time wasting at some point in the game. Like, brother, you are 1-0 down. Get up. Get up and run. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'll be sorry. I thought your bench at the start of the season looked a lot better than what it is now. You deserve a lot more flowers on that. Because that bench, it's just mid. Like, this is also coming from a Chelsea fan. I know, like, our bench is outrageously mid. We look like a silver pack on FIFA. It's fine. But, like, your bench, for the team going for the title, you need a bit more. Need a little bit more.
We're win major honour this season because we're not serious. Zinchenko, he caused that first goal. Is it a surprise? How many times have I said this guy is better utilised in the midfield? What did we do with Granit Xhaka?
I'll be honest as well. You got Liverpool in the FA Cup, haven't you? Is it Liverpool?
No, in the league.
In the league, yeah.
League next week.
No,
Oh yeah,
and
and
the FA Cup.
Brighton, then Liverpool.
But in the FA Cup, yeah, you've got Liverpool as well in the 3rd round, haven't you?
Yeah. We do, yeah.
Yeah.
Henry, we're going to
get away record as well.
A lot. We're going to get onto your team, bro, because I'm telling you, this.
That's going to be bigger fish to fry. We know what's coming.
Cool, innit? But listen, you're smiling. What are you going to win this season?
I'm just a messenger.
This trophy's
no, don't comment. I'm just a messenger.
I'm just a messenger. We're not going to win anything. We know that. We might sneak a cup run in, but we're not winning anything.
You're not winning anything. So another pointless season, just like Arsenal. And this is why I'm upset, because I don't believe that my club is going to go on to win anything. This manager can't rotate. He cannot juggle multiple competitions. He can't. He's never been able to do that since he's got here. He has to get out of certain competitions to focus on the league.
Or he refuses to. Because that's what I think it's more. It's more refusal. Because teams, like, regardless of depth, you can choose to play your strongest 11. I see the likes of Newcastle. These men barely rotate to a point where they don't. I think they play the same lineup 3 games in a row. And they're getting stretched as a result of it, but they're still playing their strongest 11. Arteta is choosing not to. He's choosing to play weak lineups in the Carabao Cup, in the FA Cup. So that's on him. That's solely on him. It's a decision. Like, I don't think it's the case if he can't handle it. He just chooses not to.
I don't think you can handle it, bro. And at the end of the day, when you look at my bench, where's a goal scorer to come on and score me a goal? Where's a creative midfielder that can come up and start winning us back the midfield battle? You know, we don't have any of that. Where's our winger that's going to stretch teams if Saka and Martinelli are not performing? We're one.
To be fair, isn't Trossard meant to be that for the attack?
When he's in form, he doesn't get played. When he's out of form, he gets played all the time. Makes no sense.
Manager, then. I hear that.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't get why certain players are selected. So many things can be avoided, bro. Like, Havertz was never going to do the same role as Xhaka. And I bring up Xhaka because how many years did I say Xhaka's better utilized going forward, not asked to be defended? Don't ask him to defend because he cannot defend. We're seeing the same thing with Zinchenko. But you're still asking him to defend. At what point are you going to see that this guy cannot defend? Just put him in as a number 10. It's not like our number 10 is sourcing. Odegaard ain't sourcing, but because he's a favourite, he must stay. He must play because he's got the captain's armband. It makes no sense. He's not ripping up trees. You've already tried to defend him. Oh, he's injured. About he's injured. And then miraculously, he's back to full health, like within 3 games. Bro, I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm not hearing it. Like, there's so many things that could have been avoided. The bench, the style of play, putting players in the wrong positions, bad recruitment. 4 years deep, and this is what I'm saying. Will's always going to fall off, bro. Like, we have not built on last season. And listen, a lot of fans were saying, oh, we need fluidity. We need fluidity. We had fluidity against Aston Villa. Oh, yeah, we don't have a gun, man. Like I've been saying. Oh, we need fluidity. We had fluidity against Lons. What's been going on since then? It's not about fluidity, bro. It's not just about fluidity, bro. We don't have the quality. Let's just keep it real. We don't have these players. This manager relies on Martinelli and Saka, bro, to save him, bro. And as soon as they die, you can see that Aston Villa game. You can see.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Your fans have to believe. Because, again, they've been backing this guy for so long. They've been believing that last year was going to be the year or the year before was going to be the year. Now it's 5 seasons. Now it has to be this year. You've had a
it's what?
big
It's phase
window.
4, isn't it? Phase 5, whatever phase it is.
Let's
Phase
just talk
4.
about you lot clubs, man. I'm done with Arsenal, bro.
Let's just talk
Yeah,
about...
we can go further down the table. We can go to
Let's
Tottenham.
just talk about
Chelsea right
an
now.
attacking masterclass
Oh, my God.
from Ange Postecoglou. You will not see a more dominated game between 2 top 4, in quotes, rivals. How that was only 4, listen, all jokes aside, that should have been, and I'm not calling it, I'm taking my Spurs hat off, we should have scored 8. We should have scored 8, maybe even 9.
And they should have scored as well, because in the first half, you're saying it's a masterclass, Henry, but sorry, mate.
Well, let's talk about Benega Davids. Let's talk about the Welsh Maldini. If he doesn't get his right toe to that, that is as good as a goal. And every Tottenham fan's been cussing this bloke, right? I just want to talk about Ben Davies, right? Because yes, he's nowhere near good enough to be a Champions League player, playing in a first team. However, he's coming for Van der Ven. I don't think he's put a foot wrong since he's coming. I'm not going to lie. Yes, we've conceded a lot of goals.
The Wolves game.
Yeah, yes, we've conceded. Yeah, Wolves game, he was man of the match. He got man of the match in that game.
Oh, the one you lost 2-1.
Yeah, so it's because you're playing next to flipping Eric Dyer. Like against who do we play against City? Against City, like you're gonna concede, like with that defense.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Who else did we against? What was the other game? Villa.
You had Villa. That was
both,
Villa.
Both the goals were on Dyer's side. Like, listen, I'm not saying he's like a 9-10 out player, but like as your 4th choice defender coming in, if he don't get his right toe to that, Newcastle go 1-0 up. They played the low block. We can't break down low blocks for Toffee. We lose the game. Simple.
Is that the only chance you're going to mention? Because Bruno had one that went over the bar.
Yeah, he tried an outside of the flipping ballon de foot.
I got the receipts, Henry.
But when you got the most informed Brazilian forward in the league, and he steps up and bags a break.
Oh my days!
Most informed.
I see Martinelli stinking it out. I see the Brazilian Darren Bench stinking it out.
Oh, so you're doing it in Ketia, yeah? One game, and now all of a sudden he's the new R9.
He's not R9. He's R2D2, mate. You get R9.
R2D2.
He ain't that guy. But all jokes aside, he put Postecoglou put Son on the left. Trippier, mate, I don't know what's happened to him. Like he couldn't get near Son.
What about Almiron? Almiron should have scored as well.
Yeah, Almiron had a chance.
Yeah,
I told you they had more chances than my ex-misses. But when you don't take your chances, simple as that, you get
punished. But the way you came up with that, Henry, it's like it should have been 8, bro.
Well, it should have been
a different game if they scored.
It should have probably been about 8-4. Johnson hits the post twice.
Second half,
right?
Dominated.
Pedro Porro, by the way. Listen.
Actually, yeah, big up William.
Pedro Porro and your doggy just signed a new contract today until 2029. So there's no more release clause in his contract because we know Man City was sniffing around like sharks around the seal.
What were they looking for him?
He was going to go City, 100%.
Oh,
100%.
Thank God they can restart the Chilwell links now.
Well, let's be honest. The guy's 21. I'm going to say it right now, and I know you're going to go, oh, shameless, typical Spurs fan. Name a better left back in the league right now. I'll sit and wait because there ain't one. Robertson's been out for 3 months. Slivchenko's toothless. Man City don't play a left back. I'm not. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Let's not do this.
Oh, my big up Cuckoo. If he didn't have this bozo in charge, we'd be rated.
Kukurea is some flipping sideshow Bob waste man, right? He still hasn't recovered from Romero pulling his hair. Luke Shaw's toothless. They're right. Rico Henry's been out injured for a couple of months now. Udogie, he's 21. He's played 14 games. We've already given him a new contract. What are we doing here? He's played 14 games and we're like, yeah, he's a serious player. Pin him down. Give him a 10-year deal. Keep him till he's 31. He's an absolute player. He's honestly,
I'd say the most informed left back. I'd say that.
I don't listen.
Exactly. He hasn't even had a whole season. Like,
I know, but right now, in form. Okay, maybe I should have said the most informed left back.
Okay, yeah, so when Nketiah was in form, yeah, and doing all of this at Stamford Bridge, by that basis, were we right in re-signing?
Yeah, but Nketiah is not a good footballer. Udogie is.
No, but by what you've just said, because in form at that point he was in form.
No, but Udogie's got everything. Like, watch him. He's got everything.
He hasn't sustained it like consistently at least a season. You can say he's doing good.
We're doing here. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. Like the guy's an absolute joke. He's an absolute joke. He's strong. He's absolutely.
He did look funny against us, to be fair.
Yeah, it's one game though, isn't it? Like, who cares?
Yeah, what was the last game or something that he did something dodgy? I swear I saw him do something dodgy.
Well,
yeah. West Ham with the little pass back.
Yeah. What about that?
What pass back?
What do you mean the second goal? You think?
No, I think there's some sort of signal break here. There's some sort of. He was. Listen, yes, he's going to make mistakes, but I think he's unreal. And Pedro Porro, by the way, the guy's passing ability, other than Trent, like forget his defensive side, we're talking about his attacking side. Other than Trent, he and Reece James, he's there or thereabouts. He's absolutely unreal. Like, what a buy that is. And then obviously you got Rolls Royce Romero, somehow didn't get red carded yesterday. How he stays on that football pitch, I don't know. We got to talk about this guy because if I'm being honest, if I'm taking my Tottenham hat off, I would, but my hair looks like a cactus, right?
No, me too, man.
You ain't winning. You ain't ever going to win major honours with someone like that in your team.
I can't believe it.
That's why you just got to get another better centre back.
Go get Tosin Adarabioyo for literally 10 million from Fulham out of Man City's academy. So you know he's going to be sound on the ball. Scored yesterday. Fulham absolutely battered West Ham. These lot have scored 16 goals in their last 4 games and only scored 26 all season. They've scored half their goals in their last 4 games. Right?
Henry, your fans were saying Romero's better than Saliba.
I wasn't saying that.
What's going on?
I wasn't saying that.
No, we need to get out the receipts. Has anyone got a clip on Henry? I ain't got the clip. Is anyone gonna?
I did say.
Anyone got any timestamps? Let us know in the chat. The
only thing I did say,
man, please, yeah, DM me, Northside LDN, yeah, IG. We need the clip.
Like,
we need the receipts.
Yeah, Tosin's contract's over in January, in the summer, so you could literally put down like 10 mil and get him. He's a player as well.
So you don't rate Romero? You're saying you don't rate him?
No, I think Romero, he's sound on the ball, but he's just got this gene where he goes like, yeah, see you later, goodbye legs. You can talk about Pepe, you can talk about Yap Stam, you can talk about Ramos, you can talk about all these defenders that are when it comes to crunch time, but they deliver. They deliver. Ramos Champions League final, bang. Pepe at the Euros, bang. Right, flipping Yap Stam winning Champions Leagues and Premier League. I don't think, right, if he didn't win a World Cup and Messi didn't come out with that PR saying that he's the best defender in the world, no one will be rating this guy. You look at Van.
That is what trophies do, to be fair. Like, I think your biggest problem is that you rely that heavily on Romero. You just need.
Yeah, but like Mustafi's won a World Cup. Ryan Bertrand's won a Champions League.
Yeah, but Mustafi never played that regularly, though. Romero played every game, didn't he?
Well, the first game
because a bit different to those other ones. Bertrand made his debut in the final. We had to play him.
The first game Romero played, they lost to Saudi Arabia, and then
so he didn't start regularly for them.
No, he played 4 out of the 7 games. But like all jokes aside, Romero is he's good at playing out from the back. He's not great in the air. He's strong. He's good at he's good at doing basic stuff for a defender. But this one, he could have a 10 out of 10 performance, and then 90th minute go and get sent off, and it completely rules out his performance. Like, he was lucky in the first half. He went diving in on Isak. It's a yellow card. Don't know how he gets away with it. And then he gets booked, which is a red card review, which on another day, we know the inconsistencies in the refs. That could be a red card on another day. And if we would have lost Romero, we're going Forest away, Brighton, and Everton. Now, Everton have just slapped you lot. And now they've had this 10-point ban. They've turned into flipping, Chelsea 04-05 or whatever it is when you conceded 13 goals, right? Brighton, I fancy us to win that because we play better against teams that come out against us. But Forest away, if we don't go and beat Forest, this win against Newcastle is completely irrelevant because then we'll go yo up and down like a horse draws, completely irrelevant. Like, that being said, it was a good performance. And we are shameless.
Johnson played well. A lot better delivery from him.
He played well, but he ain't the level we like. Unless he ain't ever going to score 15, 16 Premier League goals.
Nah. But he played well though. I felt like he played well. I
think that's just a bad performance.
Yeah,
I was watching your game in parts. Like after the Chelsea game, I just zoned out of everything. I saw you go 1-0 up. I was like, yeah, I don't care.
Well, we witnessed another Sean Dyche masterclass.
That was another Poch disaster class. That's what that was.
I honestly think Everton will get in the top 10,
Probably because we look like we're going to drop out if this dickhead stays in charge.
Poch, you can't tell me. No one can tell me he's not a Spurs fan.
Please, have Poch. Go for it.
No one can tell me he's not a Spurs fan at heart. He's taken over one of our biggest rivals and literally nosedived them into the concrete.
Well, you had it correct. You can't tell me he's not Tottenham because he's brought that mentality into my club. Just excuses every week. Excuses and a weak-minded mentality.
Now he needs more transfers.
Yeah, he's now asking for more transfers. He's blaming injuries again. Oh, we ain't got Nkuku. We ain't got Lavia, even though the midfield's been the last of our issues. But we need more height, even though we win the majority of our aerial duels per 90 and with the highest aerial duels 1 per 90 in the Premier League. All of these bullshit excuses on a week-in, week-out basis to try and hide from his bullshit tactics, his bullshit player development, and just the shit that we see on a weekly basis.
Lewis, how many of your fans... just a quick question. I want to ask both of you. How many of your fans were bringing up VAR for your defeats this season? How many decisions from VAR went against you? Because I want to jot it down.
I remember against Brentford... Sterling got taken down in the box around the 20-something minute. It should have been a penalty, but we were so shit in that game, barely anyone brought it up because we just didn't deserve to win the game.
Okay, so
what other ones?
Robbed you in that game. What else?
Everton, we weren't robbed by VAR. United, we weren't robbed by VAR. Newcastle, we weren't robbed by VAR. Arsenal, there wasn't any BS. Villa, there wasn't any BS. Forest, no.
Your best win of the season.
West Ham, no.
Your best win of the season had a lot of VAR in, though, didn't it?
Nothing wrong with it, though. Both your players deserve
I'm not saying there is. I'm not saying there is.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of VAR. There was. But yeah, the only one we could have complained about was Brentford, and nobody did. Even I said, I don't care about the pen. We didn't deserve a win. So fuck that.
And you lost that game. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and you lost. Henry, any VAR decisions going against you for this conspiracy theory?
I don't think we've had a VAR moment. I mean, the only thing you could say was Brentford had a penalty in the first game, right?
Oh, the Gusto tackle. Yeah, I forgot about that. No, but Poch was a piece of shit anyway after that. Man took off our striker at 0-0 down and took our best attacker off to bring on fucking Chilwell. And then when we went 1-0 down, the prick brought another striker on.
I'll never forget, we were 2-1 down. We were 2-1 down at the Emirates under Poch, and he took off Kane and Son. What does that tell you? We're going for a defeat. Yeah, I don't think we've had any VAR moments that have... I mean, the Liverpool game, don't get it twisted. Right? Yes, I'm shameless. We have kept a clean sheet at Luton. We're the only team to beat Liverpool. Right? And whatever, you could say that. But that, we didn't, like... Yes, we deserved to win because we had a lot of the ball, but that was never... That goal should have stood. So if we go 1-0 down, I don't know. I'll be honest. we probably don't win that game. So yes, we've had 3 points that we shouldn't have.
Cool. So, what's Arsenal fans saying? You said the Gusto tackle. You said Brentford, Sterling getting taken down should have been a pen. Wasn't given.
That was about it.
How many VAR moments have you had?
No, I don't really keep count. If I be honest with you, I don't really keep count. The last one I saw that I felt like should have been against us. I think there was a time where Nketiah, I think he slide tackled the goalkeeper. He got away with that one. The other day against Luton, there was the challenge by Kivior, literally high studs, could have broken Townsend's leg. Disgusting tackle. He got away with that. I don't think he even got booked. So I just want to undo this whole myth that VAR is against Arsenal, because I see our rivals always complaining about VAR, but it seems to be, we're the only club that get decisions against us. It's a joke. It's a joke. How many Arsenal fans were complaining about that, since they're so against VAR? Were they standing behind?
What is PYS? Everyone's putting PYS in the chat.
Yeah. There's a Pies tweet. Klopp is firing shots at our football club. Obviously, we found out in the summer that defensive midfielders don't want to join Liverpool, and then you see what happens. This guy's still crying because he couldn't get his DM options. Whoop-de-doo.
You got to rate it though. You don't want those DMs now.
Yeah. He don't want those DMs now. He's a DM away from winning the league. Maybe he should have put more money on the table.
Well, at the moment,
maybe you shouldn't have spent 3 months trying to go after Lavia, but not putting the right amount of money up, just to put 3 times the amount up for Caicedo and show Southampton that they were wasting their time. That's the whole reason why we ended up getting Lavia in the first place. We got Lavia because they took fucking months to try and even negotiate.
You got to rate it though, ain't you?
They had the nerve to come in for Caicedo, so he swiped the pair of them. Just for the disrespect.
Look at the second comment.
Before the summer we had with a few strange things happening. Here between us, we can say, my God, we were lucky. Eh? Well, he's waffling. That was one Caicedo away from winning the league. Guy thinks he can fire shots back. Come in for Conor Gallagher and take him off our hands, you dickhead.
But when a big club like that says that, you just got to just hold it, ain't you?
No, but I am not holding shit. I'm holding the fact that we got your dickhead manager in at this club, and he's the reason why people can make statements like this. He's the fucking reason for it. This is all because of his shit coaching. Because we'd be a lot higher up in the table, and people wouldn't be mocking our players like this.
Yeah, how does he go from getting us
about our club?
How does he go from getting us into 2 title races and a Champions League final with literally no money to go into a club that is literally prepared to spend billions and be toothless? How does that happen?
I don't know.
He's overrated.
I don't know, man.
Because he literally built that.
I don't know how we spent 2 months looking for a manager, and this is the dickhead that we came up with. This fucking piece of shit.
Overrated, man. Overrated, because in England, as long as you play good football, they rate you. You know what I mean? Brentford.
Is that a little? Do you not rate Postecoglou then?
Huh? No. What's he won? What's he done?
Poch don't even play good football. That's the worst part. 4 months in, we still can't play out the back. We still can't do anything.
Trophies.
Huh?
He's won 16 trophies.
Okay, cool. Win one at Tottenham now. Now you're in the big boys.
If he does that at Tottenham, will you rate him?
Yeah, then I'll rate him. I rate winners. You know what I mean? And I feel like I've said this before. I feel like, to be honest with you, Henry, if managers that only have one way of playing football, yes, you can say, okay, you can big them up for sticking to their principles, but at the same time, there has to be balance. There has to be balance. There's some games where you have to be a bit more, stronger, and you can't just expose yourself. And like I said, yes, you won against Newcastle, but they handed it to you. Trippier, what is he doing? He literally handed you. He just let Son go through. He's like, yeah, go on then. There you go. Go straight through. Do you know what I mean? And that high line almost cost you. On another day against another team that are more lethal, that you would have been at least 2-0 down before you scored. So there's still question marks. You know what I mean? These days, we rate managers, at Brighton, at Brentford, back in the day with Southampton, they're playing good football. But ultimately, it's about winning. And have you got the temperament to win? Have you got the temperament for the big games? Can you do it in May? Are you able to nullify Man City and get points against them? Because you're not going to be able to go toe-to-toe with them. This is the type of thing that I rate, like, in managers. Do you know what I'm saying? It's okay that he's got an identity, but there are games where you have to be flexible. Arsenal never... One thing I can give to Arteta is he knows going up against Pep, he's not going to out-Pep. So I can give him props. He understands that. Let's see if your manager can do that. Do you know what I mean? How does he handle teams like that? Because you're not going to be able to blitz everyone. But that's just my opinion, isn't it? Like, good football, yeah, cool. You had good football under Redknapp. What did you win? You had good football under Poch. What did you win? Ultimately, what did you win?
Well, we should have won a league under Poch. We should have won that league. We should have beaten Chelsea to the league. But Chelsea.
No, you don't want never talk.
Let me finish. You're bringing off Matic and Hazard off the bench, and we're bringing off Harry Winks. If we had
talking about the cup semi-final.
Sorry, the cup. Yeah, the levels are Chelsea had the better. I don't feel. Mourinho,
I mean, that is on you. We benched Costa and Hazard, and we were still winning the game.
Yeah, and Matic comes on and scores an absolute flipping worldie, like one of the best FA Cup semi-final goals you'll see. Because Levy didn't give Pochettino the best tools to do the job. Do you know we've only spent 270 million less than Man United since the Premier League began?
But will your manager, do you believe that your manager will not sit there like a yes man like Poch and will ask,
he's saying it every press conference, he's saying, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. If you don't get backed in January, call it out.
Do you think he will?
What, get backed or call it out?
Call it out.
Shouldn't even get to that point. He needs to be getting backed. You guys have the best manager.
I don't think he will. I don't know. I said to Lee, I do think he'll call it out, but I don't know, because he says things in the press conferences. I'm not here to just like Pochettino was like, I want to build something, I want to implement things. Postecoglou's like, I'm not here to make relationships. I've lost one trophy already. I want to win. That's what he's saying the right things, but this could be just PR. Like we know what social media is like. We got reporters asking him, should I keep Maddison in my fantasy league team? Who gives a flying toss about should you keep Maddison? Sorry, should I captain Sonny this week? Is he fit? Who fucking cares? Is he playing? Yes or no? Not about. Sorry, sir. Can I get some more? Turn it in.
We'll see, man. We'll see, because I don't see your ownership changing, bro. Should he get backed? Of course he should, because he's doing a lot with the bare minimum, but so was Poch. And will your ownership look at it and say, well, maybe he's getting, blood out of a stone. Let's just leave it as it is, because your ownership, if there was ever a chance to back a manager, was Poch. It was Poch, and they didn't do it. So is this manager going to get them to a Champions League final? I mean, what is it going to take for your manager to be backed? I mean, Arteta was backed, finishing 8th and 8th. You know what I'm saying? So at my club, I can say that my ownership backed him financially, spent 700 mil in 4 years. Your ownership allowed your manager with scraps to get to a Champions League final, got rid of him, never backed him. So why would they change? Especially when your fan base are saying you got your Tottenham back.
I agree.
What's the incentive?
There isn't one. There literally isn't an incentive.
Literally, all they got to do is not back this guy, let this guy get as far as he can, and then you lot will turn on your ownership. And then as soon as they get another guy that can play good football, it'd be like, oh, we got our Tottenham back again. So from an ownership perspective, and your owners are stingy, why do I need to invest for? Because all I need to do is just get another puppet, another guy that plays good football, and Tottenham fans will be happy. I'm not necessarily yourself, but in general, from what I see. And it's the same problem with my club.
It's like the idea is just to make it into the top 4. And past all of that, especially with Tottenham staying and everything, they're making enough based off other events.
We've got Pink now performing. Anyone want to go see Pink?
I didn't even know she's still performing.
Nah, but let me know when the WWE's coming over. I'll roll through. I'll roll. Could be too bad. Nice little summer trip. Big up to Ian saying, big up Lewis in the panel. I have to say I'm not Poch out yet, but if we don't beat Sheffield United, I want this prick out my club and give me my serial winner, Jose. Brother, you sound very close to Poch out. You might as well just be there, bro. There's nothing wrong with it. This guy's a dickhead. We have 4 league wins in 4 months. There is no project that the process is just struggle to play out the back.
Other than Tottenham, who have you beaten this season?
Burnley, Fulham, and Luton. And Brighton.
Wow. 2 promoted clubs, Fulham and Spurs.
And Brighton. Even though they were stretched out, they have massive injury problems. They were in Athens 3 days before that.
Do you reckon Poch might win the League Cup?
He better if he lasts that long. But if you don't beat Sheffield United, I'm going to be fuming if we even give him that cup game. He doesn't deserve that one. That's the biggest game of our season.
You know what'll happen, didn't you?
It's our closest route to Europe, and we're going to give it to that piece of shit.
Yeah, you'll end up losing to Sheffield United and beating Newcastle.
He better beat Newcastle, but if we don't beat Sheffield United, he shouldn't be at that job. Sheffield United at home, if you cannot pattern that game up, I swear, it's your fault if you keep him in at that point. Because, like, what has he done to justify staying here? There is barely any player development. The mentality stinks. There is excuses left, right, and centre from the fact that, we lost to Manchester United because the team was tired because they had to play 60 minutes down to 10 men against Brighton 3 days before, even though Man United literally have Europe. Man United, Bournemouth have a new manager, walked into their ground with 6 injuries and bopped them off the park. Us, we make Ten Hag look like 2010 Barca. He looks like the Dutch Guardiola when we roll up to Old Trafford. We just go there and just get bent over all game. Like I have not seen a more embarrassing away performance in years. And I've watched us go lose 3-0 to fucking Leeds United away from home. Embarrass ourselves away to a 20-place Southampton. That was more embarrassing than that. The defensive setup is atrocious. Our way of defending corners is just to throw everyone into the 6-yard box and just leave a fat amount of space in the rest of the box for anyone to get a loose ball. The back line constantly changes every single week when you're meant to keep a set back 4. And talk about a set team, we don't even have a set 11. The guy rotates, changes everybody's position by the week. Gallagher's a right wing 1 week. He's a 10 the next week. He's playing in the pivot the next week, and he stinks in nearly every position. But the guy starts every week because we build the team around him because of his pressing. All the guy knows is road runners. I should have known this when he wanted to keep Mount and Havertz. I should have clocked it from then, but I chose to ignore it for the benefit of the doubt because those pricks left my club anyway. This guy is constantly making mistakes week in and week out. I will whip that list back out again, just for the people who aren't aware of all the shit that this guy has done. Enzo in the 10, Thiago Silva shoehorned into every single lineup. Gallagher right wing, Colwell left back, Chilwell left wing, the Sassy right back, and Gusto bench because of one mistake against Arsenal. Struggling against low blocks to the point where we can't even beat fucking Wimbledon without a goalkeeping mistake and a penalty, and they're in fucking League 2. 2 forwards at home against Luton and Nottingham Forest. All of this in 4 months. And then the excuses are at Chelsea. It's not about we have to win now. Then he asks for fucking patience when we lose to Nottingham Forest. The guy was talking about we will make the Champions League in August and is now saying our reality is mid-table. This guy makes things up as he fucking goes along. The week before, we had another briefing saying we're waiting for Chilwell, Brozier, and Lavia to come back into the squad. What? Our midfield's been the last of our issues, and you're waffling to me about fucking Lavia like that's gonna change a thing.
Yeah, if you
Chilwell, how is Chilwell walking into my lineup? He is fucking shit. He can't play left wing. He can't play left back. He's a left back that can't defend. All his best attributes are meant to be going forward, and they have all declined this season. And we're talking about bringing Chilwell back. It's just fucking excuses every week. And I'm sick of it. There is no excuse for us to have 4 league wins. We should have beaten fucking Brentford. We should have beaten Arsenal. Who else should we have beaten? Let me go through the fucking list.
Liverpool.
United we should have beaten. We should have beaten Everton. You could even argue Newcastle with the amount of injuries that they had. City is refereeing issues, it's whatever. Brentford, we should have beaten. Arsenal, we should have beaten. Bournemouth, we should have beaten, but we went to protect the point in that game. And we were trying to protect the point at 1-1 against United. Villa should have won that one. And if we did that, we would have been in the top 4. If we had a better manager who doesn't make the mistakes that this guy has made, we are higher up the table. We are higher up the table. That's why I don't have any patience for this guy. Everything else wouldn't be micro-analyzed to the level that it is now if the shit on the pitch was working. And it's not working because this guy is a shit coach. And I need him gone immediately. I've had enough of this guy. Time in and time out is just excuses, shit lineups, and shit game management. Struggled to get by against a fucking tired Brighton side. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke.
So
No,
I'm assuming
I
you rate
don't rate
Poch.
Poch. I don't rate Poch. What was that?
So I was going to say before the super chat coming, you don't rate Poch then, no?
No. I want the guy gone. I want him gone immediately.
How many more games do you reckon he's got?
He should have been gone today. Like, I woke up and I was fuming that I woke up to a briefing and not to a club announcement. I was like, I should be waking up in the early morning hearing that he's been sacked like Tuchel or like Lampard. I should be doing an early morning stream. Nah. What do I get? Oh, we need more signings in January. We need 3 new signings. We're talking about getting a midfielder. We're talking about getting a defender. What? If we need anything, we need an experienced forward. A goal scorer. That's the only place where I hear the inexperience argument. But we have good enough defenders that we shouldn't be conceding the goals that we're conceding or the amount of goals that we're conceding. We have a good enough midfield to control games. It's just the attack. It's just the attack. But now we can't even defend. Now this guy stifles our midfield because he puts fucking Gallagher in the pivot and Enzo in the 10. Every time there is a fucking mistake. Every time. So no, I'm done with him. These players could be getting coached a lot better and we'd be getting better results. The coaching stinks, and that's the biggest problem with the club right now.
Do you know what, Lewis? What I'll say to your fans is, remember how you used to laugh at Arsenal? I got it. Because we lost our standards. Man United used to laugh at Arsenal. Look at how they've fallen. Look at how my club has fallen. If you don't want your club to fall, I'm telling you, don't back this crap. Your manager's dead. The recruitment staff, you should be sticking it on them. Your ownership are a joke. They're a joke, your ownership, because you put everyone in charge. You know what I'm saying? If the workforce in a job, yeah, if you're not working right, your manager gets the stick and then you get the stick. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys don't want to turn into what Arsenal have been for the last 20 years, while you guys were winning Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues, don't lower your standards, because look at the fight I got on my hands. You know what I mean? Look at Henry trying to rise up the standards in his club. You know what I mean? They've been in the mud even longer than mine. It's jarring, bro.
We haven't even come out of the mud.
I know, I was trying to be nice.
I was born into the mud.
I hear it, though. Like, the recruitment team has been a bag of shit. Bowley will be responsible because he's the owner, so he's overseeing all of this stuff. To me, though, like the biggest problem is going to be the manager in all of this, but I'm looking more at the ownerships based on 2 things. Number 1, how long do you let this shit last if results don't improve? Because if we don't improve results, look at the run of games that we have, by the way. Sheffield United at home, Wolves away, Palace at home, Luton away, Fulham at home. You're telling me we can't get results in those games? That should already be a sackable offence. And if you allow him to continue through that, you're enabling it. And now I'm holding more smoke towards you. Then also, if we sack Poch, I swear, if we bring in another bum, then I've got no more words to say. Then it's on you, because you're just constantly picking shit managers. You're constantly just picking yes men. You pick Graham Potter, weren't the right move. Fair play, you at least accepted it. It was a little bit too late by then, but at least you sacked him. Getting in Lampard was just outrageous, but the season was already done. Poch, when you've had 2 months to look for a manager, and this is what you brought to the table, that's the worst thing out of all of it. But you have an opportunity. You should already be looking for a manager now. If this guy don't win against Sheffield United, you get rid of him and you bring in somebody that's able to coach these players. Otherwise, then, yeah, I hear it. I hear it. Right now, I think these guys have just been naive, if anything. But a lot of the issues that we've got is due to the manager and due to the manager's decisions. So that's been my biggest problem. But I do agree, everything has to be put up for blame. It's never just a one-person problem. You can isolate it down to what's the biggest issue, what are the other smaller secondary issues. They're all issues, though, and I hear it. Like, ownership needs to be held accountable for it. The recruitment team needs to be held accountable. But Poch, you are a fraud. You are a catfish. You're a piece of shit. You're holding this club back. Week after week after week, these excuses are pathetic, and he needs to own it, or he needs to improve it, or he needs to be sacked. And if he doesn't get sacked, then the owners need to hold it, because they're not sacking him and they're enabling the shit. It's not Graham Potter with a 5-year contract no more. It's Poch with a 2-year contract. Accept that you made the mistake and get rid. I said, so it's not a one-person problem. Poch is the biggest problem. Are you deaf? Are you deaf? You just ignored everything because you have some shitty Bowley agenda. And this is the thing I get annoyed about, because people will just use everything that's going on right now to delve into their Bowley agenda. And I get it. He's only been here for a year or two. I understand that. But the biggest problem is the shit that we're seeing on the pitch. And that's why everything is being overanalyzed. So I'm looking at the pitch as the biggest problem. And who is the manager of all of that? It's Poch. So I want Poch gone. A better manager would have us higher up in the table. Don't understand how that's so hard to figure out. It's as simple as that. Bowley's not making the decisions on the pitch.
Do you think Postecoglou would have you higher up?
Facts. People saying who hired Poch. Why do you think I'm saying that a secondary issue? People just want their biggest agenda to be the main topic. That's not it. That's not it. You can hold them accountable. I'm holding Poch more accountable because this is the shit that he's managing and he's making dumb mistakes every week. He is the experienced one and he's looking like a fucking idiot. That's why I got the most energy for him. We should not be leaking goals like this. We should be controlling games better. We don't. That's on him. Legit anything to be positive about right now? No, even the women's team lost 4-1 at the Emirates this weekend. We're just fucked.
It's mad. McNeil running through your whole team, not even being challenged. That's crazy.
Good player.
You're just cold ball watching. Conor Gallagher, that fucking idiot. The guy with the most fouls in the league decides when we're on a break when that's the time not to make a tactical foul. Piece of shit. Oh, by the way, you guys are linking Gallagher again, bro.
If Poch gets sacked tomorrow, who would you bring in?
I don't know. I don't care. That's not my job. I'm not the scout. Flick. Yeah, Flick's available. I've heard
we all know where he's going.
I don't care.
I'm
not the scout. They need to go and get somebody else. Because like we're at Tottenham, that was a question a few months ago. Who's out there? We don't know who's out there. Then they just go and get Ange. So, like, how about you just do some scouting? How about you do some actual research and you go and get me a good manager?
I think Flick goes to Bayern. I think Tuchel gets sacked this weekend if they don't win, because they won't have it. Not like Chelsea. They won't go.
Get on your knees and apologize to Tuchel and just bring the brother back, because with the defense that we have, a better midfield and a better attack than we had last season, he'd cook.
You guys are which? I think it's Brighton or Brentford have the Moneyball system. Yeah, I heard that they already have lined up 5 managers to take over in case this one flops for whatever their objective is.
Yeah,
that explains why they were calm with him leaving.
How can a club like that, of that size, of all due respect, already have 5 managers lined up? Yeah,
do you know Brighton
take over.
Brighton have record profits of any team in the Premier League.
Yeah, we just gave him 115 mil.
I think last year they profited 175 million.
But how much did they reinvest?
They don't need to.
Nah, but see, that's the thing I don't rate, innit? Like
their goal is not to win trophies. Their goal is just to.
I know, but how can they be able to identify 5 managers in every position? They've already got 5.
Everything they do is data driven. So every player they buy, every manager they buy or get, like Bissouma, Caicedo was the Bissouma replacement, right? Look at Caicedo when Bissouma left. Caicedo fit that position like a glove. Caicedo's gone, and they've brought in. Can't remember what his name is now. Who's the guy they've got in midfield at the moment? He's doing quite well.
Forgot his name.
I can't remember what his name is. They've already got a replacement lined up for flipping. If Ferguson goes.
But how can they be disorganized and a club like Chelsea don't know what they're doing?
Chelsea have got flipping. Chelsea have got a geezer playing Monopoly, and Brighton are sitting there with strategic moves.
But we wouldn't look like this much of a mess if it wasn't for the stupid coaching. Like, the defense is not that bad. The midfield is not that bad. They're both good enough. It's the attack that I only have real questions about, and I'll still say we upgraded on what we had last season. We've still improved in that regard. It's the coaching. It's the setup. It's the decision making. It's the game management.
You think if you had a better manager right now than Poch, you'd be where do you reckon you'd be? Six,
I
seven,
can't say
six.
specifically, but I'd say the European spots.
Yeah.
I'll say we'd be in the European
You've got a better,
spots.
like on paper, you've got a better squad than Tottenham. On paper, you've got a better squad than Villa. You just don't have a better manager than Villa or Tottenham, and then they're getting the
You
maximum
see
out of
how
their
a manager
resources.
impacts it.
If I'm Chelsea, I'd go all out for Unai Emery.
Like, I look at Lampard, for example. When Lampard was here the
Imagine he wins
first
the
time,
league with Chelsea. Here we go. Have some of that, you gooners.
yeah, like phase 1, and they're already quite title
Right.
contenders.
Phase one, and
Henry.
they're going to win the Conference League. Let's be real. No one's stopping him, and he's going to be sitting there with five Booker T, five-time trophies, 5 European trophies, Booker T settings, Spinaroonie on the Emirates. You might as well bring back Gold Dust. And you got the duo of dreams.
But this is how a manager changes things. Like when Lampard was in charge the first time, we wanted to get rid of Rudiger because he looked like a bum. Christensen was getting criticized left, right, and center. Nobody wanted Jorginho. Nobody wanted Kovacic. All of these players. Tuchel comes in, and we got the best defense in the world.
You see,
in the world,
Rudiger because he was a bum.
Rudiger 2020.
I'm watching Eric Dyer every week.
Rudiger.
You
remember we were going to loan Rudiger to you guys?
Yeah,
back in 2020.
I'd have taken
Rudiger didn't want to go because of how the Chelsea fans would respond to it. But Chelsea fans were like, I don't care. The brother was crap. But then you have a good coach come in and look what happens. Good coaches will coach. Shit coaches will make excuses. Poch is a shit coach. But like Jordan says to Super Chat, big up saying this arse narrative about breaking the cycle of sacking managers. What's changed from the Roman era? We need to back him. Fuck off. So sick of the PR spin. Exactly. I'm not listening to it. Don't tell me stand by and back what's in front of me just because we don't want to do what Roman did. What's changed? No. Show me what's working. Nothing. We are back in 12th. We are back where we started in December.
Girona are top of La Liga. Would people say it's because of personnel or is it because of coaching?
Probably coaching. Other than Stuani, I don't know anyone in that team.
They've got our old goalkeeper, Gazaniga, in goal. You know the one who got sent off at Stamford Bridge?
Yeah. Superman punching Alonso.
Yeah. They've got him in goal. They've got a 38-year-old ex-Middlesbrough forward coming off the bench and scoring goals at the new camp. Girona, big up the Gironians.
But this is what good coaching does.
Barcelona 4-2, bro. They smashed Barcelona 4-2. Player for player. Bro, Barcelona got Lewandowski. They got Rafinha. They got Ferran Torres. They got João Felix, bro. How are they competing? Coaching, bro. Yes, okay, to a degree. Like a League One team ain't going to win the Premier League just through coaching. Of course, to a degree. But you still have an identity. You'll still maximize the players that you've got. Look at Tottenham, bro. Like, let's keep it real, yeah? Your manager doesn't have a whole squad to work with, but he's getting the most out of them, even with injuries and suspensions. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Poch, what's Poch doing? What's Poch
making excuses every week? It's just, we need Lavia. We haven't got Lavia. Lavia's the reason why we can't defend. Lavia's the reason why we struggle to hold on to leads.
Our football hasn't changed.
Lavia's the reason why I can't make a good lineup. All this bullshit.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, we had the easiest start to the season out of everyone in the league, which is what everyone loves to forget. And we got 5 points in 5. Tried to protect the points against a winless Bournemouth side that you guys walked over, beat them 4-0. But then we can go and dominate you guys at the Bridge. Figure that one out. Like the Man United, man. That United game, like we lost 2-1, but we could have lost by 7 if they had any decent forwards in that team. The way we were getting cooked, we couldn't play out the back to save our lives, and we were set up to have the midfield so far away from the defense. It felt like prime Lampard ball back again. No protection for
Lampard or Poch.
That's just like death by drowning or being burned alive. You're just dying anyway.
Who are you taking, though? I don't see why you don't just go for Emery.
If you give me either, I'd just take Lampard so it's a nice face. Because he's a legend. Big up Lampard and
just
all of that.
Just go for Emery. 25 million on the table. Bring him in.
Bro, listen.
I don't even think they'd let him go, though. They got the fifth richest owners in the league, I think.
Yeah, they're owned by they're in the Bucks, the NBA team, didn't they? They got Younes. Like,
Bro, under Lampard though, you had an identity, bro. I don't even know what your identity is under Poch, bro. It's the same with Man United. Like they
No,
got
we
10
tried
hubs,
to
bro.
play out the back. We just can't do it. And there's been no improvement in it.
I don't know what Chelsea's turning up, bro. I thought you lot turned a corner when you should have won against us. I thought, okay, that was
same
unlucky
when you
to
beat
have
us
won
as
that
well. I thought, here we go, Chelsea are going to go on a run now, and you didn't.
Just had a couple draws. Then we got battered by Newcastle and just back to reality. Back to the same old reality. Now we're sitting in the mid-table of the league. We're talking about getting 3-4 new players in. Poch is talking about how he believes the squad is imbalanced and we have a lack of height, but he instructs Sanchez to boot the ball high every game and hopes we win headers. So, what do you do? What do you do? Like, it's just bleak. But I believe these players can improve. I just believe the coaching stinks. That's why I need this manager gone. It all depends on these, man. How long does it take for you to pull the trigger? Because the longer that it takes, if results aren't improving and I'm not seeing W's, then I'm going at the owners and I'm going at the recruitment team more because they're enabling this shit. They're enabling it. Big up to Garzuka saying Ramsey, Douglas Luiz, Rafael Leao, and Osimhen. He's talking about potential transfer links. I think good luck getting Rafael Leao. Wouldn't be against it. Osimhen, I'm here for it, but again, we are the 2 out of 10 at the club right now. How are we meant to be attracting these sorts of big name players when we're 12th again? Like, there can be an attempt and everything, but just don't think we looked at, especially with this idiot in charge. Like, even if we had a gun, man, it would just paper over the cracks. We don't look good in terms of coaching, in terms of style of play. We look confused. And it's even more alarming because I saw an old quote about Poch from Julian Lawrence on the Alex Goldberg podcast, where he said PSG players weren't really taught any tactical sessions or anything in training. And I can low-key see that with Chelsea. We don't look tactically astute at all. We're confused. Lost and confused. Even against a 9-man Tottenham, we didn't know what to do until the 75th minute. Then we figured it out.
Someone said spend big in January, see what happens. Bro, see what, bro? See what? Bro, get rid of this bum. Just like Arteta, I wouldn't give Arteta.
I don't want him to have the window. Why should he have the window?
Oh,
Thing
my
is, if you sack him right now, like real talk, Hansi Flick ain't going to Chelsea, right? Who are you going to get right now?
Huh?
Who is brave enough to put their career on the line that much for a Chelsea that is spiraling out of control? A big manager. I'm talking Zinedine Zidane ain't going there. Hansi Flick ain't going there. Simeone ain't going there. Emery ain't going there.
Nah, bro.
You're gonna have to get them. You're gonna have to do what we've done.
Okay, but sack him, but you're not going. They're not going anywhere with him. None of our clubs, neither Tottenham or Arsenal, are threatened by Chelsea.
You might as well get Jose back.
You're getting back. He's a better manager, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I agree. But like, is Jose even going to want to go there?
Well, it's an upgrade from Roma, isn't it? In terms
of
Darko
said Jose wants
Roma
to come back.
in Europe.
Well, come on, bro. There's a ceiling with Roma, bro. Chelsea need direction, bro. They got the money. They got half of it. Now they just need direction, bro.
Yeah, but they've already had a manager similar to that. They had Tuchel, and he come off the back of a Champions League win, and he had 3 games, and Bowley went, see you later. Bowley's had this ruthless where he got rid of Lee Gunnar in Graham Potter, and he got rid of Tuchel, and now he's tried to do let's do an Arsenal trust the process. It hasn't worked. You need balance. I could see Conte going there. Some like we'll call in the cat in the cat. Is that you say it? We'll call. Yeah, Conte
part 2. I mean, it's not the old ownership, so there's not the same problems. But
Conte
with a
billion, Conte the billion wins you a title. It's as simple as that.
Probably, but he's going to rip up this entire squad again.
He's going to walk Mourinho in and say, you're out. He'll probably try and sign Victor Moses and Perisic.
That's who I'd want. Give me the chain-smoking gaffer back. He'd have us playing liquid football within 2 years. And we wouldn't feel
2 training.
By the way, our fan base wanted to ride him out of the club. But with Poch, I'm still not hearing any anti-Poch chants. It's got to a point where I feel like the match-going fans are quietly starting to accept it. I'm hearing barely anything. When it was Sarri, everybody was ready to fight. Now it's just, we're losing again. Brilliant. Couple boos. Everyone goes home. That's it. Where is the energy? Where is the energy gone? Like, oh, yeah, the standards really are starting to drop, aren't they? Fucking hell.
We're starting to turn into a farmers league. Tottenham fans singing that they got the Tottenham back for winning nothing. Arsenal fans cheering just to we put the pressure on trophy. Yeah, don't want to win anything. Man United in the dumps. There's only one club.
There's only one and a half
City.
football clubs that are serious. One and a half.
Liverpool a bit. Yeah.
Liverpool.
Liverpool. I'm gonna see because listen, for me, Klopp needs to win something this season, or he needs to be sacked. Because the decline of that club was also under his watch. Yeah, when we was all slandering that midfield.
Yeah, but he has. Okay, I hear that. But he has also got them back up to first now. And if they win this, if they go and get 3 players in the January window, which he wants, they could go and win the league.
Well, he has to win. How long has he not won a cup?
He won what 2 cups 2 seasons ago? Didn't he? League Cup and FA Cup.
Yeah, but
he's been there what 8 years?
You can't be dropping the standards. It's been a while now.
8 years and won a Champions League, a Premier League, a Club World Cup, a Super Cup, FA Cup. He's won about 7 trophies.
What they can't allow is what happened with my club with Arsene Wenger, sentiment. There cannot be sentiment.
Yeah.
He has to deliver because with sentiment, this is what allows it to decay and decay and decay. And then it looks like Old Trafford. You need to get flipping Thames water down because all the pipes are blocked. You know what I'm saying? Everything's pissing down. It's true, bro. You got sewage leaks everywhere, bro. This is what I'm telling you. There cannot be sentiment, bro. The clubs that are running sentiment, Arsenal, Tottenham, all these kind of, we don't win. We don't win often enough. We don't because it's sentiment all the time. Like you can't. Like at the end of the day, most of the top clubs right now are run by sentiment. Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, all the fan bases now.
I don't know. I feel like we've got rid of so many players that we can't have sentiment. Before it would have been Havertz and Mount. Oh, they won us the Champions League. They're all gone now. Say, if anything, it's Chilwell. Chilwell and Gallagher, there's a stupid little sentiment bullshit. Cobham graduate and another one that helped us win the Champions League, even though he's a bag of shit now. But I don't think we haven't got the sentiment issue. It's just, again, shit coaching. It's just shit coaching because we would be higher up and we would be a lot less analysed if that was the case.
But from what you're saying, obviously, you're the Chelsea fan, not me. I'm an outsider looking in. It seems like your fans are now sounding like Arsenal fans. And it may hurt some of their feelings. And obviously, any of you that are watching that's got high standards like Lewis, I'm not talking at you. But if you guys are, give him another transfer window, for what? For what? A manager should be rewarded money on the basis off of his work. Postecoglou, the reason why we're sitting here saying Postecoglou deserves more money is because with what he's working with, he's doing very, very well.
Limited resources.
Yeah. So that warrants being backed. You don't just get backed just for the sake of it. You don't do that. Because I guess, I tell you what, those players that he signs that may not suit a next manager, now you're stuck with players on long contracts that are now going to sit in those contracts, like Drinkwater, like Rob Holding, like El Nene, like Reece Nelson, like
everyone on 8-year contracts now.
Bro, Phil Jones at Man United. Like, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, you're going to give him more money when you're not even convinced by the football. When you're closer to relegation, bro, come on. Like, what are you
That's the thing. They're saying they're going to judge. Like, I heard some source saying he'll be judged after January. Like, what? So you're going to give him another window, go through these run of games, which better be wins before you do that. They need to be a run of victories for that to even be considered. But I'm going to assume he won't do it because I said we were going to have a winnable run of games and we've lost 2 in 2 from that winnable run of games. So I don't believe he's going to do that anyway. But then you're going to give him even more money and then it's probably going to be the same shit. He's done nothing to deserve it. He's done fucking nothing to deserve it.
Do you know what? How I personally look at it like this: Poch and Unai have just come into their clubs, and in phase 1, they're doing what Arteta's doing in phase 4. For me, that just shows the levels ain't there. Then when I look at Arteta, I've always said, people, you can't win. Arsenal fans crying. Crying. Oh, it takes time. But the Conte not win when Pep was manager here in the Premier League. Was he not able to win? So it's doable.
His first season, by the way, with a team in 10th.
Didn't you have Moses? Was it Moses?
Also, we didn't even start well. We went winless the whole of September, from what I remember. And then he turned things around.
Who was one of your fullbacks?
Victor Moses and Alonso.
Victor Moses. Oh my God.
Who he then signed at Inter Milan and won another title with him. And
A man
Perisic.
said it's not possible. Oh my days. Victor Moses, bro, the guy, bro.
One game
oh
a
my
week,
days.
by the way, while this dickhead manager complains that we have to play 2 games in 3 days. The one time we do it.
Bro, Victor Moses is looking older than flipping Will Smith's uncle and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, bro. Uncle Phil. A man was able to win you the Premier League. Come on, bro. A man is saying it's not possible. It is possible. But when the fan base just want to accept all this crap, yeah, then what are you going to get? Bro, it's mad, bro. Like, no matter how many examples are in front of people, they don't want to see it because they don't want to say anything. Bro, it's crazy, bro. I'm not even a Chelsea fan, and even I'm getting a little bit annoyed. Like, it's like, bro, what's going on, bro? You used to clown my club about this. And some of you are still, it's not about sacking. Oh, my days. Oh, my days.
So remember what we are. You might want to talk about, I want to be the old Chelsea again. I want to win trophies consistently. But when we want to talk about the ruthlessness that's needed in order to win those trophies, you want to ignore and say, believe the process, trust the process. Why do we want to pretend that we're trying to be like Arsenal? This is one thing that pisses me off. We are not trying to copy Arteta because why would we? First and foremost, if we want to copy anybody, you copy Man City. Or you think you can do the Arteta thing better than Arteta because you could win trophies. Why would we copy someone who hasn't won the league yet, who hasn't won the Champions League? So stop comparing it to him. Stop saying, trust the process and all this. No, I've been saying all season, trust progress, not the process. Do not tell me we are progressing. We're literally on a worse points per game than we were under Graham Potter, and we're back where we are in 12th. How? We're conceding more goals than we were doing at this point last season. So how? How? It's just bullshit. It's just straight bullshit. Progress. There is no progress, so there is no faith. There is no trust. I have blind faith when it comes to my God, not Pochettino. I said this after we lost to Forest, and I say it now. He is not God. He is not Jesus Christ. He is Poch. An average manager. Overrated manager.
Pochettino has got less blind faith than chasing status. And they released a song about it.
Fucking hell, bro.
Man said,
let's just hope this is 1 week away from him being gone.
Look at this guy. No side, Ange may still get the sack next season. Football is not a one-way street. Nothing guarantees Ange's success. Nothing. Yeah, but also keeping a dying manager like Ten Hag, like Poch, is also not guaranteeing anything either, is it? So what's your point?
And if Vic, if you can't see what Postecoglou's doing, mate, if you can't see what Postecoglou's doing, you can F off down the Emirates with that lot.
You can't see what Poch is doing, you can F off down the cottage.
Exactly, you can F off down the G-Tech Stadium.
Well, I'll the G-Tech. I don't know. Both those clubs are above us in the table. We're now the worst team in West London in the league again. Brilliant.
These man, bruv. It's all hope. It's all hope because they cannot come up with an actual argument as to why you should keep Poch and back him in January. It's all hope. It's all hope. Form an argument as to why he warrants getting money in January.
Come on, tell me, because we can't defend now. Our attack's still inconsistent. Our midfield's not been it. So then what?
Spurs 4-1.
Do you really think these owners? We had the same thing about Potter, and then what happened after the Villa game? Sacked. Fan pressure will have an impact on them because it did with Graham Potter. They wanted to give Graham Potter all the time in the world. He literally signed a 5-year contract, and they told him there is no target for him in his first season. No target. And then after all of those results and all of the fan issues and all of the fan outrage, they eventually acted. So why keep quiet about it? Why don't you just be vocal? Because it clearly does get to them. I remember I was told by a very big Chelsea Twitter account that my Fulham fan cam, when we lost 2-1 to them, got sent to the board of directors. 4 days after that, we were told from numerous sources that there was going to be a fat clear out that summer. So don't tell me that your words aren't going to lead to anything. Don't tell me that you think these owners are going to sack Poch. No, they listen to the fans. They listen to the fans. They are very aware of where the fans' mindsets are. So
I was told the other day that
if the results don't improve.
I was told the other day that one of the ex-players, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to out him, but one of the one of Spurs' representative on Sky Sports is a subscriber to my channel. So
one of the ex-players at Chelsea.
At Tottenham, who's on Sky Sports quite a bit, especially Soccer Saturday, is a subscriber to my channel. So they watch fan content. They've got teams watching content, so they can see what's going on social media.
Small world. That's still sick though. But definitely, like I agree. Well,
I'm not
it's the same.
He's an okay player, but like, yeah.
Hey, it's still a flex. That's mad.
I mean, the NHA Cutler, like quad stomp flex, like back like a Boeing 747. It's like okay, he was in our team when we won the League Cup.
Like the last trophy, I guess.
Yeah, there is that. I mean, you don't matter how much you're in the mud, Lewis. 16 years without something. 16 years without a trophy.
But that's what scares me. That's what scares me, bro. All I've known in my life is trophies. Like I joined Chelsea, then I found out I joined the back-to-back champions. Just like that. I only picked them because they were blue. All I've known is winning. That's why my standards are so high. I know what it takes to stay at the top. I don't care about managers. Like when Jose got sacked the first and second times, that was heartbreaking shit. Now I'm just used to it. Great managers come and go. So it's about results. Because that's exactly what it's been at Chelsea in the first place. And every time I've been pissed off over a manager sacking, we've won a trophy.
I thought you were about to drop a Scott Hall reference then about what is he says? Good guys come and go, but bad or whatever he says.
But bad guys do. Yeah, be the bad guys.
Yeah.
We don't need to do this whole good guy shit because we've got rid of managers and we have gone and continued to win trophies. So what? And those are managers that I believed in. Those are managers I had faith in. So why do I have to sit here and back these managers that I don't have faith in? I've never been a manager out, except the Lampard the first time. He was the only one. Never been a manager out until Potter, until Poch. Those are the only two where I've run out of patience real quick because they're just not at that level. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Oh, fucking vent Fred over though. Thank the Lord. Guys, we do have to wrap up because we got A-listers in an hour. I do have to try and go to the gym, and we're going to pump out some more anger. So everyone, head over to A-listers. We'll be there in an hour and a half. Everyone, if you haven't done so already, though, sub to Northside, sub to Henry Wright immediately. Like that's the very least you guys could do. Big up to Northside, big up to Henry Wright as well for hopping in as always. Who am I going to redirect to? Who's live?
I think Lee's
Sarcasm City Gaming. No, Lee's. Oh yeah, Lee's live. Yeah, he'll redirect to Lee. He redirected to me earlier, so I'll return the favor. Right, yeah. Big up to everybody that's locked in though. Hit the like button, subscribe, and all of that. Tell Lee big up. I think he's watching Granada versus Bilbao. It's probably better football than the shit.
Just go into Lee's comments and just write Arteta in. So you got to do. Try Arteta in.
Fucking hell. Tell him Henry said that. Because actually, no, I'm with him. Arteta in. What am I talking about? Keep that shit going because, like, he won't stop you winning a title. Thank the Lord. At least. But yeah, big up everybody. Hit the like, subscribe, all